Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Nifty move. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And when I watch him play, all I think about is the word improvement. Every season in the league, he finds a way to get better and has become just as dynamic with his arm as he has with his legs. 41 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions in 2024. His big goal now, getting his team to a Super Bowl. Plenty of success during the regular season. Now they want to win at playoff time.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Throw caught by Flowers. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Play action. It's Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 7.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with, and there's a completion right there.
Oh, Odunze wide open. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
That's to the right side, caught by Burden. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Bears, first down.
To throw once more, here's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw, it's Williams. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First down, Chicago.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To the air, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on the play.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
A gain of 6 yards.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 22. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Bears.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. To throw, Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Williams. That's to the pylon, incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to add on to that lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Baltimore, 1st down.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now for Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Bears now ready to take over again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Williams. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better. And
that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Henry again on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Henry up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A quick throw there is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
For the Ravens.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And they're back winning a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Bears.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Now Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Chicago.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Swift going to try up the middle. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 46, here's second down and 5. Operating from the gun, Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. First down.
40-yard line. A gain of a yard. And the Bears first down.
Complete to Zacchaeus. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Second and 3. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
First down, Bears.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Throwing again here, Williams. And he's going to go down. They Jones. Able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Williams. Flush to his right. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run the draw here with Swift. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A 27-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Santos.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Slot man moves right. Throwing is Jackson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Makes it 2nd.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the gun, it's Jackson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Williams. Now he's flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears.
Williams going to throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
21. Ravens 7.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They begin with Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Jackson going to keep it running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to put a drive together. They'll go play action here with Williams. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
Second down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Here's a handoff to Swift. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
A gain of 12. First down, Bears.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 10 more there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To throw, Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard
You know what I
pickup.
like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And the Bears are going to have it first and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
Jair Alexander on the tackle. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Throwing is Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so much success running the ball on this drive. You get down there, you're knocking on the door, you go to throw it in disaster.
Sometimes you outguess yourself because I think a lot of times they expect so much pressure from the defense in that situation that you want to throw the football and instead
Cause a fumble.
Cause a fumble. You look back at the drive in its entirety and you think running the ball might have been the way to go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 20. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd down and 4. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Oftentimes broken tackles are his specialties, and put another one on his tally there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One-on-one, not likely to get him down. You need everyone else to get there and help you. I think they were signaling for you and I to jump on the pile and try and get him down, weren't they?
You don't want me out there, I promise you. But they run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Henry. And managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This 2nd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. Throw out wide is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Jackson. That is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Loop now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Bears 21.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
2nd down and 3. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it, not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And 4 yards to go.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run.
Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Williams. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
First down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Now a first carry here for the running back. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Durham Smythe, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, good move. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They try to set up the screen. Ooh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage in a 1st down.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.